Hello, welcome to today's science lesson. So today we will be looking at plants, okay, or water plants really. Okay, so water plants and how they have adapted. Remember, the word adapt means to change. So change so that you can live in your environment or your habitat. Okay. Okay, so let's look at the top one. Okay, the very top one. Okay, so this one here. Okay, the water mimosa. Oops. Okay, so this plant grows in water. It has a sponge cover on its stem that helps it to float on water. Okay, so if you look at this picture here, oh, this is page 23, your science book. Okay, look down here, page 23. Okay, so the sponge helps it to float. Okay, so the sponge. What is a sponge? Well, this is a sponge, or a close-up sponge. Okay, you have probably used a sponge when you have a bath or a shower. You don't really have baths much here, it's showers you have. Okay, so this is what a sponge looks like close up. Okay, you cannot see that properly. Okay, how about now? Can you see it better now? Okay, so all these little holes here. Okay, nice big one here. Okay, lots and lots of holes all in the sponge. Okay, well, these holes have air inside them, and it's the air that is trapped inside. And that helps to give the plant buoyancy. We'll do that word in vocab. Buoyancy, okay, to make it float. Okay. So the next plant is the water hyacinth. This plant grows in water. It has a bulb-like stalk with a lot of air gaps that helps it float. Okay, so again, this has lots of gaps in the stalk to help it float. Okay, but what is the bulb? Okay, the bulb, this word here. Okay, well, this is a bulb, this shape. Okay, these shapes here. It's a little bit like a light bulb. Okay, so let's have a closer look. Okay, so you can see here the way it's shaped, similar to a light bulb or a pear, perhaps. Okay, an onion is a bulb. Okay, the onions that you eat, they are bulbs. Okay, the next plant, the lotus. Okay, this plant grows in clay soil on wetlands. It has a hollow stem that makes it light and easier to float on water. Okay, so the word hollow, what does this word mean? Okay, hollow, we have here a hollow stem. Okay, so all these holes here, nice big hole here, all the little holes all the way around. Okay, see some more here, here, and you can see here, and you know they go all the way down the stem. But again, in here, there is air. Okay, the air inside here is what helps the plant to float. Okay, so the next word, this is a strange word. It's baobab. Okay, baobab. This plant grows in deserts. It stores a lot of water in its trunk. It has long roots to absorb more water deep below the ground. Okay, so this is a tree. The baobab is a tree. Okay, I think they grow in Africa. I'm not really sure. I think they grow in Africa. But what is this word? Absorb. What does absorb mean? Okay, so absorb, to take in or soak up. Oh, you can't see that very well. Okay, let's make it bigger. Okay, so absorb. A-B-S-O-R-B. Take in or soak up. Okay, so if we think about the sponge again, when you have a bath or a shower, the water in the sponge has been absorbed. Okay, the sponge absorbs the water. It takes in the water, or it soaks up the water. The same with tissue paper. If you spill water, you take tissue paper or a towel and you dry the table or the floor or whatever you spill the water on. And the tissue or the towel has absorbed the water. So absorb, to take in or soak up. Okay, so the next one, cactus. Cactus. Okay, so this plant grows well in dry areas and in deserts. It has a thick stem for storing water. Its leaves grow in needle shapes to lower water loss. Okay, so it has lots of water here in the stem, but don't drink it because it's not very nice. It's poison. Okay, so don't drink it, or most of them. Okay, its leaves grow in needle shapes. But what is a needle? Okay, this word here, a needle. So what is that? Okay, you can't see very clear here, but let's make it bigger. Let's make the needle bigger. Okay, so here we have a sewing needle. Okay, there are many types of needle. There's a knitting needle, a sewing needle. When you go for your COVID jab or COVID injection, it will have a needle that they will put in your arm. Ow! Okay, so this is what the leaves look like on cactus. They're very small and thin. They're quite long sometimes, but they are thin and normally round. They are small, so they don't release very much water because the plant needs the water to live. Okay, I don't know why that's in there, water thing. Anyway, the last one, the mangrove. Okay, we have mangrove forests here in Thailand, don't we? I'm guessing you have been to mangrove forests. I have been to one, I know that. So let's read about the mangrove. This plant grows in a mangrove forest. It has prop roots for its support since it grows in coastal areas. Some parts of its roots are above the ground to take in air when the soil is covered with seawater. Okay, so when the water is very high and it's covering the roots, some of the roots are still above the water. The air can then get to the roots. Okay, so that's all we have for this lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Unfortunately, it's not a very exciting lesson because it's mostly just reading. Your homework, again, I'm very sorry, it's reading. Okay, so again, this is page 23. I would like you to read page 24 and page 25. But I have some more homework for you. Some fun homework. I have made another video for you. And on page 25, I think page 25, check. Let me just check in the page 25, yes. There is a word camouflage. Camouflage. Okay. When you read about that word, you should understand what it means. So I want you to look at the homework video and follow the instructions on the homework video. Like I say, it should be fun. Okay, so bye bye. See you next time.